What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about a quick video. It's going to be about mental health issues and mental trauma. So let's get to it. So I'm aware that every human being, we're not perfect. Every human being has some type of like trauma, some type of pain, or some type of story that they have that's very painful. It's just part of life. It's how human beings are meant to experience. I truly believe that. But and many reasons because we live in a very evil and we live in a very corrupted society, in a very corrupted, evil as world, that human beings have been ruled over by evil as people for a long period of time, and God and the universe, they allow this shit to happen. But that's reasons why most people are very traumatized and stuff like that. So that's a quick disclaimer. But I feel like it's very important to really acknowledge your mental health issues. No, I mean, I'm not saying to fully recover from it because I think that's kind of impossible because, it's very painful, and there's why so many human beings even have mental trauma because it's not easy healing from that. It's a long process. It takes years. It takes so much time. But what I'm saying is that it's hard to explain, but there are different parts where you can actually heal yourself by going slowly. Just the fact that you're aware of your mental trauma, that enough that in itself is enough for you to not harm other people. Now, there's nothing wrong with having mental trauma. I mean, yeah, it is wrong, but what I'm saying is that um as long as you're aware of your mental trauma and you're doing the best you can not to harm other people due to your mental trauma, that's one thing. And it's a long process to heal mental trauma, but just the fact that you're aware of it and you're doing things to change it. And when I say change it, I'm not saying like having to fucking go on a deep, intense shadow work every hour, or do shadow work every year, like every week or so. No, like it could be simply just being self-aware, and then reflecting on the bad habits and the bad things you do due to your trauma, like really learning, dissecting it, wa- watching videos about it, and then taking small steps to heal from it. If you take it's impossible to take huge chunks of steps just to heal your mental trauma. That's impossible. But as long as you're taking small chunks every day, that's all that matters. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I've been in a lot of romantic connections. I've also had family members that I had to cut off. So me, I'm not, when it comes to my real life, I have a very small circle. Like I don't like most people I talk to is online. I only have like probably like a couple, a few. I want to say a few. Um, Honestly, realistically, I only have like three to five people that I talk to online, that I've met online, that I consider as um trustworthy. Even though I never met these people in person, but I can definitely see that I definitely get along with these people. And it's about three to five people, possibly three, but that's honestly three. Honestly, is it three? Yeah, honestly, it's just three. But the these three people I've met on YouTube, and I'm very cool with. But when it comes to like in person, real life, yes, there are people that I know. There are people that I've that know of me. I know them and stuff like that, and we're very cordial. Like we're not like what's it called? I have a lot of acquaintances, but I don't have people that I actually consider as a friend, or that I put my trust into, to or I hang out with them, or to I spend time with them in real life. No, and so I don't have any family members I talk to because I blocked and cut all them off. I'm not in a romantic relationship. Damn near my whole life, I'm always single. Um, and I don't have people that I trust and that's not with me in person. So the reason why is because of mental health trauma. A lot of my family members, they have a lot of mental health trauma. They're very narcissistic. They're very dysfunctional. They're very abusive, like all of them, and they're very emotionally unavailable. And it forced me to get away from them, to live in a completely different state than them, to live far away from them, and to block all contact with them. You know, and I don't enjoy doing that. No, because they're family, but the reason why I have to do that is because of their mental health trauma, and their mental health trauma, it puts me into danger because it's harming me. You know what I'm saying? So what I've learned in life is that you could really love someone, you could love people with all your heart, but at the end of the day, like sometimes you have to cut them out of your life. You're gonna have to block them. You're gonna have to remove them away from your life because because you love yourself and you respect yourself to realize, know, and acknowledge that these people are not good for you due to their trauma. You know, if you have a lot of mental health trauma and if you're not addressing it, if you're not being aware of it, if you're like living off your comfort zone, and I understand it's hard, it's not easy because that's why a lot of people have it. Life is not easy. Life is painful, and to be honest with you, a lot of human beings, I 100% believe this. We are victims to the world. We are victims. I know people like to say there's no victims or like no, like I genuinely believe we are victims. But I also believe that you also are responsible and you do have the power to control your situation no matter what. It doesn't have to be instant or you don't have to get quick results, but you do have the power to take certain steps and actions to take you to that goal to improve yourself for the better. So these are the two things I believe. I wholeheartedly believe. I do believe we're victims because we were born into a very evil world, and we are also born into society that's against our mind, pretty much. So, but yeah, but I also believe you are responsible to overcome it. You know, if you're not doing that, then you're gonna harm a lot of people that actually care about you. You're gonna remove a lot of blessings in your life, and I know this to be facts because I've known so many people that I was in their life and had to remove themselves because they're not willing to heal from the trauma. You know, which sucks. You know, I feel like I do believe I if I show up into someone's life, I honestly do believe that I am a blessing in these people's lives, whoever's life I show up to, you know. But at the same time, like it kind of sucks to where these people had to like push me away from their life because they're not doing the healing work because they're too mentally hurt to acknowledge it and to face it. So I had to remove myself from their life. I removed a lot of people from my life. A lot. I did not want to, but I have to, you know, and you know, it sucks because it is lonely and I do crave connection, but at the same time, like at the end of the day, man, like you're gonna have to do things that's not comfortable. Sometimes, you know, you're gonna have to make decisions that it may hurt, but for the long run, it's gonna be better for you. It's I guess it's sacrifices and self respect. If you have self respect, if you love yourself, you are going to be forced to make decisions to choose you over people that you care about, unfortunately, because these people are not loving you. And because you have that self respect and that self love for yourself, you're able to recognize that these people who are treating you are not treating you right, you know? Same thing with romantic connections, you know, there's so many times where I've been in romantic connections where I've dated women, I've met them online and stuff, and it was good. It was a good connections, but you know, because of their trauma, because of their lack of self awareness, because of their emotionally unavailability, unfortunately, I was forced to either I was forced to break up with them or to cut them out of my life, or they were forced to do that. Either or, the connection wasn't meant to last because of their refusal to do the healing work. And again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have issues that I need to work on, but what I can say is that I am aware of what I need to work on, and I'm doing the best I can to get away from that, to get away on what's holding me back. But with these other people, they're not making any changes. They're not taking any action, and at the end of the day, results speak for itself. And that's why I'm not in these people's lives, is because they're not really doing the healing work to love themselves, unfortunately. So, which forces me to remove them out of my life. You know, again, it's not easy. You know, like cutting contact from family members, having to break up with like romantic connections, having to remove myself from certain friendships, man. This shit's not easy. Like it's lonely, it's painful. You feel isolated. I do question God a lot. I question the universe a lot. Like, why me? Why am I experiencing this? I question that shit every day, you know? And with that, I have a lot of anger. I have a lot of confusion, sadness, and just bitterness and just resentment from all the bullshit I had to experience, you know what I'm saying? So, but I believe everything happens for a reason, you know? So, this is why I'm making this video that, you know, if you have mental health issues, if you have a lot of trauma, like, do the best you can to try to fix that. You know, there's resources you could go to. There's YouTube, there's social media, there's mental health therapists, even though they're not the best, but at least it's something to where you can even at least talk about it to someone, you know what I'm saying? Or you can make videos like me. You can make YouTube videos talking about what's bothering you and stuff like that. It's not the best, but it's something, you know, just get it out of your system. And once you're able to get out of your system, you're gonna have the knowledge and tools to how to overcome it. I feel like that's God or the universe kind of leading you to get out of that situation once you're able to address it, you know? But like I said, it's not easy. It's easier said than done. I do have a lot of, like, the thing with me though, even though I'm very angry and pissed off on what these people put me through, I still have a lot of grace and I still have a lot of mercy on the people who have done a lot of harm to me, because I know where they're coming from. I know that, one, it's not easy for them to get over their trauma. I know it's not easy for them to face themselves. I know it's not easy for them to just overcome it. I'm totally aware, because it's very painful and it's hard. So this is why I have a lot of mercy and grace to people. I know, like, when it comes to family members, my past romantic exes, even past ex-friends that done me wrong, I'm not sure if the forgiveness is the word, but more so because I'm still pissed off. Obviously, I'm so angry and upset on the things they've done to me. But I definitely do understand where they're coming from. The only reason I understand it's not personal. This is why I have a lot of mercy and grace towards them. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna let them in my life. No, I'm still gonna call contact, and they're gonna go nowhere near my life. But because I love myself enough and I respect myself enough, but I understand where they're coming from though. I definitely do. This is why I have a lot of mercy and grace towards them, um because of their trauma. It's that simple. Because of their trauma, because of their pain, what they're holding on to, and they're in a survival mode because of that. And they're just trying to find ways to get over that trauma, but they're going about it the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? And part of it is because it's too painful for them to face themselves. And like I said, the reason why there's a lot of trauma and mental health issues is because of society, because of generational curses, generational trauma, but mainly it's mostly because of the society. We live in a very evil world. We live in a very evil society to where money rules over the people. Even if you look at human history, there's been nothing but wars and battles, enslavement, corruption, greed, and violence. You know, so that's the main issue. Evil people who rule over this world, and there's no real change being made. That causes a lot of people to have mental health issues, and the domino effect of that is that there's a lot of generational curses, generational trauma, wars, battles, violence, crimes, you know, pain and suffering, you know. So that's the root cause of it, you know. So, but yeah, but like I said, it is why I forgot what's the word. It's lonely at the top. It is lonely at the top, because if you're ascending, if you're doing the healing work, if you're trying to get closer to spirit, to your soul, to God, yes, there are gonna remove people from your life that are not good for you. You know what I'm saying? And just keep having faith, knowing that one day, you know, you get to meet like-minded people, you get to find your divine partner, and you're able to attract the abundance and the happiness that you deserve, you know what I'm saying? Based on the decisions you made of, like, facing your trauma and facing the pain to heal yourself, and to remove yourself, and recognizing people and things and situations who are not good for you. You know, when it comes to blessings, it's an unknown time. I feel like you're not supposed to know when you're supposed to get your blessings, but it's all God's timing, as corny as that may sound, but it's true, you know. So that's all I gotta say, man. Just try to recognize your trauma, and try to recognize your mental health issues, because if you're not addressing it, then you could definitely push away a lot of blessings, a lot of great people into your life, and even opportunities when it comes to work, money, anything in life really. That's gonna help elevate you and make you happy, you know, because you will push these things away because you're not addressing your trauma, you know. And I know this to be facts because, like I said, I've been around people who are like that, and slowly they're just self-sabotaging their lives because of that. A lot of people have mental health issues. A lot of people are chasing to feel good because they're not feeling good with themselves. There are a lot of people are in constant pain all the time. This is why people do the things they do. This is why society is so backwards. This is why society is so dysfunctional, because a lot of people have trauma. So that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.